Hi again, everyone. I'm Ollie Matthews, and this is the Narcissistic Resistance. And this resistance video is sponsored by contribution from Sierra. And this is with audio of her crazy Scientologist mother. And here we go. Hi, Ollie. I'm sending this video with contribution. Here's another recording from the same trip as my earlier recordings. Just so you know, I was literally there for 27 hours, and every freaking opportunity she had, she abused me like this. I don't have much commentary at this point, but maybe it'll help others. This recording preceded the other two. It was the ride over to a relative's house. We stayed for an hour, and then she abruptly wanted to leave. And then borderline number 5 audio happened. Then the restaurant conversation happened the next day after I'd rented a car and made it clear I was leaving ASAP. By the way, she put like 50 pictures of the kid on her Facebook. It creeped a lot of people out. The comment about how it's not like they snuck in, and besides it was at a park, is strange to me. Now remember, her mother likes to stalk other people's children, so they're always going to be made. That's what those comments are. What's the point of bringing up the fact that it was held at a park? Because parks are public places. So other than parks have more porous boundaries than some other locations, and you could plausibly deny you crashed the party. Exactly it. See, she's always looking for the plausible deniability, you know, the alibi excuse to get out, to get beyond reasonable doubt. You understand? Or to put in reasonable doubt. David was a high school boyfriend of mine who used to sneak into my room and hide in my bathroom while she abused me, so I had someone to hug me after. Looking forward to hearing your thoughts, Sierra.
I don't want to put every single penny I have into a house, you know. I want to get into a couple houses for maybe $10,000 each, and then, you know, have a mortgage and keep the rest and invest the rest and keep some, like you said, as a cushion, and mostly live on my income. What's tomorrow?
Thursday.
Friday, Richard's divorcing. I'll be so glad when that's over.
Yeah, I can bet. I assume his ex-wife will also be happy.
She's saying she wants a simple divorce, but she keeps doing all kinds of shit to complicate it. So,
Like what?
like constantly asking for more shit that she's not gonna get, thinking that she's entitled to shit that she's not gonna get. Just making problems. Trying to put my name in it.
How is she trying to put your name in it?
She wrote a letter to his attorney saying that I needed to stop stalking her grandchild. And
Are you stalking her grandchild?
Are you kidding? Are you fucking kidding? Really? You can even ask me that question?
Like, all this is the lead up, okay, to the stalking. And now Sierra's just like, well, are you stalking? Because Sierra knows her history. Are you kidding? Like, there it is. Like, you know, her softening up obviously didn't work on Sierra to this point. Well, obviously not, because Sierra's recording this, because she obviously knew what her mother is.
I don't know why you're not answering it.
Because she's pissed that when I was visiting Richard, he got invited to the kid's birthday party by the kid's dad, and I went. So that, in her mind, constitutes stalking.
Is that what she said?
Yeah. She wrote it all over Facebook. I have it written. She was terrified because she just didn't know what I was capable of, and I might hurt the child, and all kinds of other fucked up
And she said the only reason was because of the birthday party thing?
Huh?
She said in the letter that the only reason was that
Well,
you went
that
to
was
birthday
the
party?
only contact I had with the kid.
But is that what the letter said?
I'll show it to you. It was on Facebook.
Okay.
She smeared it all over Facebook, which makes you very open to a libel lawsuit. Which I did tell Rick, you better fuck.
Oh, the veiled threats, the libel lawsuit, you know. Never mind, I guess this is a woman in her 60s fighting and stalking other people's kids, and again, carries over to Facebook. Very involved in other people's lives, other people's divorces.
I could tell her what the meaning of libel and get that shit off Facebook, and it was gone in 20 minutes. But yeah, she's crazy. She's fucking crazy.
Wait, it was gone in 20 minutes, but she said she'd show you. So what did I guess she saved it for future use? This is why you don't take anything down. Okay? Because when you take something down like that, if it was taken down, that makes it look like you think you've done something wrong. You haven't. This isn't libel or slander what's going on here. This is her own words.
Trust me, I don't need her grandchild. I don't need anything that belongs to her. But anyway, yeah, so I told Richard, you need to tell your...
I don't need her grandchild or need anything that belongs to her. That is a very gaslighting statement, coupled with the fact she's injecting herself at her grandchild's functions. You notice how low she says that too, and how direct she says that. Your mother knows exactly what she's doing here.
Attorney, make it very clear that if my name shows up anywhere in that paperwork, it's going to be a really big fat lawsuit, and she'll be on the...
What?
You know, she has the...
First of all, in order to sue for something, you have to be able to prove damages. What would your mother... And no lawyer is going to take a Facebook lawsuit. Oh, I'm an internet lawyer. Ollie Matthews, attorney at law. That's it. They must be going to internet court again. I'm great in an internet court. I never lose. We sue for butthurt, hurt feelings. It's amazing. It's amazing. And if you win, you get a coloring book.
And I do know how to do libel lawsuits. I've already won one. So.
Yeah? Who do you want to win a libel lawsuit against?
Church of Scientology.
Oh, I thought you won a lawsuit with them about some class.
No, I sued them for libel.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Oh, Sierra. You're afraid of this dumb bitch, and you got her on tape saying she sued the Church of Scientology for libel and won? Are you kidding me? Nobody beats this. Everybody just runs away from the sign because they're crazy and they got mega money. Oh my God, this woman is so full of shit.
We sued them. We also sued them for over the classes that we had paid for in small claims court twice. Your dad and I, we won those two, and then I won. I won't say I won it. They settled. What do you call it?
Settling.
All right, so they settled it for a reason.
They settled to go away. You weren't worth turning around and suing.
Well,
Doesn't mean that they're admitting fault.
well, of course not, but.
But the libel wasn't the only thing you were suing them about, right?
No, the Superior Court lawsuit was just about libel. The other two things were about classes that we had paid for, and they weren't going to give us our money back. But we won all three. I mean, we definitely, clearly won in small claims, and I consider it a win if I walked away with $22,000 in the libel lawsuit. I consider that a win. No, and they used to brag that they had never lost. Well, I guess technically they didn't lose. They knew they were going to, though. It's very clear. You can't write shit about a person that isn't true unless you can prove it.
It depends if you're a public figure and
Well, I
whether
know
it was
that,
maliciously untrue.
but I'm not a public figure.
Sure, but it's not libel unless there's
Malicious intent. Which
yeah.
there is if you're smearing it all over Facebook and trying to make,
Well, you also have to know that it's untrue.
to accuse a person of being a child predator, that's pretty fucking serious.
Well, I don't know what happened at that party. I wasn't there.
Nothing happened. She wasn't even there either. Oh my God, what's wrong?
How did she find out that you were there?
She saw pictures. I mean, the kid's father invited us. So obviously it wasn't like just we happened to be walking by and we snuck into them, and it was out in the park. The kid's dad is allowing Richard to see the baby. The kid's mom, who is her daughter, is a stupid fucking bitch, and she doesn't want Richard to. They're using it as a punishment to Richard. They're just being really mean to him. To take away somebody's grandchild.
They took away Richard's grandchild?
That's his grandchild.
How'd they take him away?
They won't let him see him. They don't want him to see his grandpa. Only because, just out of sheer meanness and vindictiveness, she was living with Richard and Kim when the baby was born, and the first 2 years of its life, Richard was with it, and the little boy, even at age 2, when we was a chimney help. So anyway, we went to his second birthday party, and the kid had only seen Richard a couple times since Bimbo Face left him. And because the father brought him around, and even so,
Bimbo Face, is that what she called her? Here's the thing: your mother is such a far removed character in this person's divorce. Like, understand, this is a divorce between two people that these are the parents of those, and your mother is now the girlfriend of the grandfather of the daughter, and she's injecting herself this far in to their fucking, regardless of who she's with now, ain't none of her fucking business. Like, I'd be pissed, no matter what the story is, I'd be pissed. I'm like, who is this fucking woman? And why is she injecting herself so deeply into a divorce? I mean, but it's your mother doesn't even stop and question that, you know what? Maybe this is really, really none of my business, and I should be taking extra care to stay out of it. But nope, your mother looks for the conflict. She looks for people to screw it.
2-year-old, he saw Richard and he came running. Papa, Papa, Papa. Fucking kid loves Richard. So I'm glad he's getting to see him, but very infrequently because the dad lives in a different town and he only has him part-time. It's just really sad. That's like what Holly did to Carol and David. You don't take a person. If a person is involved with your child as a grandparent and has never hurt the kid. I mean, that would have been like when I separated from your dad, if I said to Grandma and Grandpa, oh, you can't see the kids. A lot of people do that. I think it's really mean, and there's no call for it. And
it really depends on the situation.
Well,
you gotta look at it case by case basis. I've never met Richard. I can't really comment. I was at the party. I don't know what happened.
Nothing happened at the party. I'm telling you, it was just a little party, and when they saw the pictures, they made up the stories that I was stalking the grandchild. Stalking? Fuck. But they were terrified because they didn't know what I might do. Like, they they implied that I might kidnap the kid. I mean, please.
I mean, why would they think anything negative about you, though?
Ask Rick. I figure he's the source because everything that got repeated, that she has repeated. I mean, where'd it come from? I don't know. Why did she feel compelled to tell Richard that I have herpes? Go figure. Where did she get that information? From Rick. In fact, he was so embarrassed that she did that he made her write me a written apology, in which she apologized for everything under the sun except what she actually did. Well, it wasn't even an apology; it was a bullshit letter, but didn't even address what she had actually.
Boy, those baby boomers love their venereal diseases. Don't you? Don't you?
Done, which is violate HIPAA.
Wait, how did she violate HIPAA?
By
Well, but like HIPAA applies to like medical practitioners. It doesn't apply to random people.
anybody who tries to disrupt or shame you or put, whether it violated HIPAA, I think it did, because that medical information was none of her business, and she had no business communicating it to anybody. Especially since at that time Richard and I were, we hadn't even met each other. We were just talking on the phone.
This old fucking bitch is out with the fucking gift that keeps on giving, and she's worried about HIPAA laws. And having this discussion with your mother about her fucking rancid, STD-ridden fucking vagina. Like, that's not traumatic enough, right? Right? But that's what becomes normalized with these fucking monsters, with these borderline monsters. It's all right. When I was 6 or 7, I had to listen to my mother and her sister. My mother and her 2 sisters have a fight over who has what level of fucking herpes as well.
It's not something you tell somebody. And the thing is, the reason she knew is because Rick had to tell her that he has herpes.
Oh, God.
Right?
What a family.
I think Rick told her that he got it from me, which is not true.
It's not?
It's not. No. We both had herpes when we first met. It's a big deal. It's a fucking virus. Get over it,
Get over it. There it is. 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 Oh, it's just a virus. Everybody has it. Get over it. You know what, bitch? You know what? I'm 45 years old. I've only encountered one person that actually ever told me that they had herpes, and it was like, oh, fuck. I know it's out there, and I know, but the casualness of this, and now it's the borderline arguing who gave who what herpes. You 60-year-old baby boomer, fucking herpes-ridden bitch, and gee whiz, I wouldn't want you around my grandchildren either, fucking herpes snatch. Everybody's just got to accept it, though. It's a goddamn skin disease that doesn't go the fuck away.
Not any bigger deal than having cold sores.
It's one strain is much more virulent than the other strain.
Well, yeah, but still, it's a virus. It's like you don't have to.
Nasty.
People
nasty bitch.
Tuberculosis was a sexually transmitted disease too, and that's why so many people never went and got treated for tuberculosis because of the stigma.
I see.
That's why D.H. Lawrence died young, because he didn't want to go in a sanatorium because of the stigma of the sexually transmitted, and it wasn't. And the thing is, you can have herpes in your system when you're born, and it can trigger and show up.
My brother.
When mine showed up, I don't know where it came from.
Right.
Mine showed up when I was married to Michael. have it. And I wasn't sleeping with anybody else but him. So.
Oh, what a lying whore! What a lying whore! I'm sorry, Sarah, your mother's just a lying fucking whore. Just doesn't show up in adulthood. Well, maybe she got it from a toilet seat. Holy shit, she's still going with this fucking like 70s, 80s prop. I didn't screw around. I got it from a toilet seat. Bullshit. Bullshit.
I don't know where it came from.
Yeah.
So,
How do you know that it showed up when you were married?
because that's the first time I ever got an outbreak.
I see.
How
So
horrendous.
to me, it's like
How
any
horrendous.
virus. You know, you're gonna make somebody feel bad because they got chicken pox. Look what chicken pox can do to people.
Yeah, well, you don't get chicken pox from putting fucking random unprotected cock in your mouth and in your pussy. Okay? That's not where chicken pox comes from. You don't just walk down the street and like somebody coughs herpes onto you.
You know,
Chickenpox is also in the herpes family.
I know. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
So what's with all the trying to tell somebody that to hurt somebody?
It's a childhood
And then she writes me
disease.
a letter and says, "Oh, I just didn't know who you were, and I was so hurt and frightened when I found out you were speaking to my husband that I just lost control and I said things I shouldn't have, and it's all this horseshit. It's like, no, fuck ass, you're too stupid to know it was a virus, and that people don't go around shaming each other because they got a sexually contracted disease in this day and age, unless they're ignorant bitches like you."
Mm.
Anyway, that was my response. You don't have any business
So
shaming
that's
somebody.
great. That's great. What was that written on the shitter down at the free clinic? Did you get that off the shitter wall?
Or trying to disrupt a relationship. Or she also told him that that I had multiple affairs while I was with Rick, which is not true.
Wow.
She also told him that I was a swinger. I mean, she told him all kinds of shit, and I don't know where it would have come from.
There's the truth. There's your truth, Sierra.
But Rick denies it. He said he doesn't know why she did it either, but he was embarrassed that she did it. That's what he told me.
Oh, okay.
He said, "I can't believe that happened. I'm so sorry. Blah, blah, blah. I'll have her write you an apology. Blah, blah, blah." Which he did. But, so even he was horrified. But the stuff about the child molestation or the potential child stalking, all that, I just ripped him and we went over that too. I said, "Where the hell is she getting this stuff?" That's when he stopped talking to me. He stopped talking to me when I went to visit Richard. Which is fine. I don't care.
So Richard is he's divorcing someone that Rick is still dating.
Living with
Living
his
with them, okay.
parents.
Mm.
They're both living with his parents. He finally got his own little Betty. I always say now that I've lived in close proximity to his parents, I say Rick is Bill in a pagan suit and Linda is Rick with a vagina.
But who's Linda?
His sister.
Oh.
She had to throw her 2 cents in about how sad she was and how disappointed she was in me because I was friends with Richard. Can you believe it?
I'm not sure why Linda is involved. Why did she message you randomly?
We were talking about different things. She got mad because I posted something on Facebook where I implied that I wished I had never known Rick. She said, "Oh, that hurts the whole family," you know. I said, "I don't care." Anyway, she started saying, you know, I had no right to do this, that, and the other thing. He said, "Who the hell are you? You know, like, are you unconscious?" And Rick said that the only reason I contacted Richard was to hurt him. Like, really? And why did you and Kim run off together?
Wait, who's Kim?
Richard's wife.
Oh, sorry.
How many fucking... This bitch has no idea how she could have gotten herpes, though, right? I mean, it's on... Your mother's just obviously a swinger whore, which is fine. Own your shit. Own it. Own your shit.
Her high school sweetheart. The one that contacted him on Facebook.
Oh, okay.
Facebook. She has every... But, like... This is a child. This is a 14-year-old girl. This is a 15-year-old girl. Just jealous of the world. Using her fucking pussy to get what she wants her whole fucking life. And whether I know she's been with somebody most of her life, but she's not been with one person the entire time. No way.
So Richard's ex-wife was actually an old flame of Rick's. He didn't...
Right.
I see.
And she contacted him, but prior to that, the only thing I had ever heard about her in our entire relationship was that she was his high school girlfriend. She used to sneak in her bedroom at night after her father went to work, which is number one why he got so mad at David. Remember how mad he got at David for doing that?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's why.
He was the only one that got mad at David for doing that.
Well, but I was never sneaking into anybody's room at night, was I?
I don't know.
I got mad because number one, I actually thought David might get hurt, that somebody might see him doing it from the backyard and he might get, I didn't even know. I thought it was stupid, but I was also didn't want him doing it. But the way Rick reacted, you know, he wanted to beat him up and he wanted this and he wanted that and he was going to kick his ass. And now I know why. I said, Jesus, Rick, that was you. And the only thing I ever heard about her was that he broke up with her because she went through his address book and screwed all his friends.
I've heard that story.
Yeah, of course. From me or from him?
From him.
Right. Well, I
may have also heard it from you.
That's who he's with. That's who he's with. And so somehow she became, I don't know what she did. She sounds like a nutcase. And any interaction I've had with her has been her being extremely, she's a liar. And she's a hostile, crazy bitch as far as I'm concerned. But, you know, he's got her now. And I think he always wanted his own Betty, and I just could never conform to being his own Betty. Which means you would completely lose yourself and your own sense of who you are, and you just do what he wants all the time. And I just couldn't do it.
Those relationships don't last forever.
Huh? Yeah, tell me about it. It's only long as somebody to get what they want.
What did he want?
His education. He wanted to be a student, and he wanted to look like he was a regular guy in his family.
Why did he want to look like that? No, I don't know.
I don't know why he wanted to look like that.
I mean, you said that he did. That's why I don't know how to that's why I
Lots of insults and
And that's the end there. Sierra, your mother's obviously into some kind of sex party shit. All right? She was basically admitting to you with the whole swinger thing. I mean, that's what's going on here. Okay, and what I think this might be like some kind of weird fight when swinger relationships go bad, they go bad. I mean, this is something Charlene had more than enough experience with working at that club. I mean, this is the type of shit that everything she says swinger, says that whole fucking lifestyle is what your mother is. Wow. Wow, the herpes conversation. I mean, that's how they talk about that in those sex clubs. That's how they talk about herpes and the same. I mean, I'm telling you, it's like a script they get down there. And I could see why nobody wants her around. I mean, there is so much going on with this woman. It's insane. It is literally insane. There is no way your mother is not involved in that whole sex club type industry, that whole... without question, I'm telling you, without question, that's what's going on. And what you're dealing with here, I think, is almost a fight between swingers, and they get nuts. They get crazy. She doesn't know how she got herpes. It's the Immaculate Herpes conception. Only with narcissists and borderlines. Go figure. Go figure. And she sued the Church of Scientology and won. Delusions. I think she took one too many loads to the face. You know what I'm saying? I think she took one too many STD loads to the face. It might be rotting her brain at this point, because that was insane. That was crazy. So, thank you again, Sierra. I really appreciate it. Thank you for the contribution and the story and the audio. Thank you to everybody who's watching. Please leave any opinions or advice in the comment section below. And again, if you want your story read on the channel, you have a topic you'd like me to cover, a narcissist you'd like to expose, you'd like to set up a Skype phone call, have a private video made, or a Facebook chat, or you'd like to just contribute to the channel or sponsor a video for someone else, you know what to do with the PayPal and email links in the description box. And if you're still unclear, wait for the final video link to pop up on this video. That'll take you to my instructional video, which will guide you through all of that. Please like and share this video wherever you can. Subscribe to my channel if you haven't. And be sure to click the subscription bell to be notified of all my video uploads. I'm Ollie Matthews. This has been the Narcissistic Resistance.